Welcome to the I Think podcast. This podcast is presented by Master K, Racer and Cross. On this podcast we share our thoughts on common societal issues.
Bienvenue sur le podcast I Think, CE podcast est présenté par Master K, Racer et Cross. Sur CE podcast, nous partageons nos réflexions sur des enjeux sociétaux currents.
Welcome to the eThink podcast. This podcast is presented by Master K, Reza and Cross. On this podcast we share our thoughts on common societal issues.
Like I was saying, marriage, what does marriage mean to you? What does marriage mean to me? And what does the Bible, if you're a Christian, what does the Bible, what does the Bible say about marriage? So you need to know what exactly you're getting into. If you are getting into marriage based on your feelings, you are getting married because you are feeling butterflies. I know, especially when the relationship just starts, you know that butterfly, that if you are getting married based on those feelings. Okay, when in the days where there's no money to eat, will you still feel those butterflies? The days where maybe your partner is not around and you're facing life, will you still feel those butterflies? The days where children have come and there's no money to pay schools and everybody's struggling to make money, all those things, will you still feel those butterflies? Because if you are getting married because of those butterflies, what about the times when your partner will offend you? You see, the days when your partner has offended you, will you still feel those butterflies? Because if you are getting married because of those butterflies, because of that feeling you have, you will definitely get divorced, because a time will come when you will not feel it. Life will hit you and it will hit you well. You will not feel those butterflies. So if that was your reason for getting married, you will definitely end up, a divorce is waiting ahead. So there are many things to think about when you are getting married. Don't think about the now. Think about the future. Think about when children will come. Think about when there is hardship. Think about this. Life is very unpredictable. Even as a single person, just you alone, you can make your plans. You make plans for yourself and you give life just a short time, and they tell you that plan, there is a high possibility that even those plans you have made for yourself, you will never see it. Then not to talk of making plans for two people, then include children. So personally, if you are not ready for marriage and its hardship and its hardships, you are not ready for staying in the same house with somebody who grew up with a different from a different background, different ideology, almost completely different from you. If you are not ready, my brother and my sister, is to avoid it. Or you wait until you are ready before you enter.
Yeah, I think another point is that this unnecessary watch and comparison. Yes, you've talked about the expectation. I'm just trying to elaborate on how the expectations might differ. Now, this watching into marriage and competition. There are some people, what makes their marriage not to last because they just wanted to have the name that they are now Mr. or they are now Mrs. They just wanted the title. They were not even ready for the commitment in the marriage. What marriage requires, they were not ready to even to bear the rule of a Mrs. They were not ready, and they are not even able to carry that title or to face the duties that come with that title. But they just wanted to belong, since as there were four in the group. There were four in the group, and three of them are married. She was just left alone. So she just wanted some get in there because age is not on their side. Just a man, a man. I just want to marry, no matter what. I just want to leave my parents' house. Another point, some is pressure from the parents, friends,
Very
and family members. Pressure. We have parents who give pressure to their children, be it a boy or a girl. Oh, you are getting to your 30s, you need a wife. Yeah, you need a wife. I'll look for you a wife. They pressurize the boy, giving pressure until he has to make a wrong decision just to please the parents, just to please the family member, just to please the friends, based on his status. Oh, you cannot be the chief executive officer of this company when you are not married. He has to go to the street and pick any kind of girl to marry. Pressure, pressure, comparison, pressure. I think those are some of the points. Those are some of the points.
Yeah. Just to reiterate, another reason that I think marriages don't last nowadays is it's in some families, the spouses that they have been chosen by their parents. They don't get to have the choice to choose who they love. Maybe their mom would choose the wife for the son, or the girl's father might choose the husband for the daughter. So they don't the both spouses, they don't really love themselves, because they are not the ones who made that decision. And on the other way too, some spouses that have been chosen by their parents instead tend to the union instead tend to last longer than the choices they make. So that's it. That's one of the reasons I think some marriages do not last very long.
when
And
we are
another point,
talk
yeah,
about
so
sorry to cut you short. When we talk about the choosing in when you talk about parents choosing spouses for their children, that was a thing of it depends. It depends on the culture and depends on the time era. Maybe in places like India, that's where it's still a practice they do. But when you talk about in terms of time, that was something that was very common in the past let me speak for Cameroon as a Cameroon. That was something that was in the past. It's not something that is common to do now. And even when they were doing it, the society as a time at that time, the way people were thinking at that time was different. It was okay. Even you many people now, this generation now, how many people will accept for their parents to choose a spouse for them?
and Vanessa, just to cut you short, right? If you should look keenly, many marriages that their parents choose their spouse for them tend to last longer than the ones that they made a decision by themselves.
I think because that
If you
was the
have
time. The
no,
that time had its programming. The pro At that time it was program, and it was a disadvantage for me personally. I think it was a disadvantage mostly for the women, because no matter what you see in that marriage, no matter what happens to you in that marriage, you will stay there, because the programming at that time was that no matter what, you must stay, whether you are happy or you are not happy, whether you are
yes,
dying or you are dying.
yes, because they knew what they want from the marriage. They knew what they want from the union. It's not like now. Now. The reason why marriages do not last long, because people just get together. People just get into a union without knowing what they want. They don't know what they want. Do you want a business relationship, or do you want to bring up a family, or what do you really want? You cannot have it all. You cannot want everything. You have to know your primary wants. What do you want? Is it to bring up a family? Is it that we should get into a contract that will tend to raise an empire together? What do you want? What do you want from me, and what do I want from you? I think those things should be taken into
I think
consideration
many people just
before.
want love. Many people just want companionship. Many people just want to actually
The,
have
the ladies,
and live
no,
happy.
they want more. They want everything. The ladies want everything.
If I said the same many people want love, then why the contract marriages in the Western way?
They want many things. They want
I,
everything.
I don't want to speak on the Western world. I'll choose to speak for where I come
Technically,
from. I don't know how many people have done contract marriages. Many people, many people many people are looking for love. And I think this is also one vital point. This whole issue of love, because if you even look at it if you actually look at it, many people, especially women, are getting married because of love. Now, what is love? What do you define as love? What exactly is love? Because
Maybe,
in a
maybe,
society
maybe
in a society now where social media is in everybody's face, everybody is on social media, we feel like love is that picture where a husband and a wife will take a picture under a Christmas tree. Love is when the man is buying you a car. Love is when the man is doing something for you, or as we are influenced by a lot of things we see now on social media. If you are getting married because of love and your definition of love is what you see on social media, what you watch on movies, especially movies, the things we see on movies, that kind of love that we know is very unrealistic, but our brains, we have trained our brains to think is realistic, or our eyes have seen it on the, we want to experience those kind of things. And then you get into a marriage and you're not seeing it.
if if you are getting married because of love, I think you are getting into a failed relationship. Yeah, because love is really like a marriage. It's something that constitutes of many elements. There's love. There's many things that have to deal with marriage. It's not really love. You know it's love. There are many things. There are many things. There will be a time that you will not even love your spouse. Yes, there will be a time that you might not even love your spouse. So if you are getting married because of love, when that time comes, I think you need to separate.
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
getting married
yeah,
because of love should be a contract marriage.
yeah. I think Cross has a point there because you bear with me. Love is something that fades. It's something that fades because if we have to constrain ourselves. The person we're dying for 5 years ago, if they have to bring that person in front of us, we just look at her or we look at him as just a normal somebody with no zero
Uh,
feelings. So
uh,
imagine if you had to marry that person. Imagine if you had to marry him or her 5 years ago, what would have happened? It's true, it grows. As it grows, it also falls. So what becomes if you get into marriage based on your emotions? Most of what while in the marriage, your emotions have to fail you. What are you left as a backup that can sustain you in the marriage? You are left with
some people even
zero support.
some people
So
even get into sorry. Some people even get into marriage because of looks. I want this beautiful lady with a big butt, this
That's the
handsome man. Ah, that's a failed
yeah,
vote, honestly.
that's it. That's it.
Because appearances do fit with time.
It
It's just a matter of time.
sure,
That beautiful
sure,
girl will become a grandmother.
sure.
Will become very. What if the lady, the spouse, one of the spouse, have an accident? So we used to love the person, or we used to get married to the person. When that beauty tends to fade away because of sickness, we used to get married to that person. We used to love the person. So I think youth nowadays, couples nowadays, they get married because of the looks. That big
That
buttocks, the big pretty face, that six pack, all those stuff. There'll be a time that they will no more be six packs. The lady that was very sexy when she when she gives birth, she will no longer be sexy. Yes. The 6 pack man, when he's very rich, will not be having 1 pack.
Zero
Yeah.
pack.
Yes, 0 pack
Just a
or
pack
one
of
one universal pack. So what holds for the future? Yeah. So that's the thing. That's the thing. The main
Another
reason
thing too is
do fail.
fame. Fame
Yeah.
and that makes some people to jump into marriage. I invest money. What if he lost all those things? Will you still stay with him? That's another
Wait.
point. Oh, he's the mayor. He's the mayor. He has fame. He's the one controlling this municipality. I want to be popular. I want to get married to a rich man, to a famous man. What of if he fails in his political career? Will you still stay there? Ask yourself. Will you stay there? So those are some of the issues to fame and riches. What if he is a businessman, he gets duped overnight and he has to go back to zero? Will you follow him to his village to start life all over again as his wife? You
That's it. That's the point. My, my kid is something like, if we should follow just this simple point, I think our marriages will last forever until death. They say, do you get married to this person for better or for worse? If you say yes, because for better or for worse, sickness or health, if you are still there, therefore you always be in the marriage. If you accept that you'll be there in riches and in poverty, therefore nothing is going to break you people except that. Yes, but nobody follows that. Many people they don't follow that. They'll just accept because of their friends, because mom and dad, or because there's money around. When the money is gone, when the beauty is gone, they're also gone too. So I think if we should
you see,
accept, if we just, yeah, okay.
you see when you reach that time of you accept this person for better for worse sickness, you see their faces will change. Their faces will change. They will not want
How
to
much I
answer.
say?
That's
They
true.
don't want to answer.
That's true.
But
That's
all the
because
wise background will see and say, look at him, look at her, look at her. She does not want to answer. She wants only
But
happiness.
you know that even with all of these things we have said, these things we have said in terms of the money, the good looks, all of these things too can make a good marriage. But these things on its own cannot keep a marriage. It cannot keep. But I mean, I I think no matter how much you love your partner, no matter how much you want to stay with your partner, if you can wake up in the morning and there is no food to eat, children are at home, cannot go to school, difficulty. It cannot work. It's so difficult.
what do you want from the marriage? That's the question. Do you want
No
food
matter
or
what
you
you
want the
want,
union? What do you want from the marriage?
no matter what you want from the marriage, whether you are there for true love or not, if you don't have money, finance in marriage or in yes, finance in marriage is a very, very important. It's very important and it can actually
Raisa,
help.
you know that, Raisa, I'm sorry to cut you, but
Yes.
if you bear
I'm
with
not
me,
talking about wealth like extra that kind of money, the Dangote kind of money. I'm talking about finance in terms to at least manage a home, finance in terms to run a home.
Raisa, if you bear with me, the best marriages are poor couples. Ask me
Hmm.
why I have to say that. The best,
Why?
I'm telling you, the best, see, I'm telling you, the best marriages are found in villages. You see people who are married and live in the village, grow up their children in a suburb. Those are the best marriages because they always know the whereabouts of the wife, the husband, and the kids. You see, in a marriage where you get married to a farmer, You start living with him. In the morning, you know that your normal routine. People have to go to farm. You come back, you are cooking. He's there beside you. He's maybe roasting his corn. You people are discussing. The food is ready. You eat together with your family. You tell your little story. People go to bed. The next day, you know that you are going to. You are see. There is 0% of lack of trust because you are seeing the person all the time. But you see these people. See, there are many couples that I know when they had no money, they were good. When money started coming in,
Right.
starts problem. Now
Hmm.
the man is too busy to do the thing he's used to do. The lady is too busy pursuing his career. I have to read. I will have exams tomorrow. You see, you start losing the time and the comfort people had in the marriage. See, I tell you, the best marriages are for those people who are poor. They have the time. What is the essence? The riches, the everything. You don't have your husband there. You don't have your wife. Or you tell me, no, you don't eat your husband. You don't eat your wife. Yes, but she is your partner. She is your partner. See, those people in the village, they'll tell you they have the best marriage ever. That's when you see when one person departs, you see the mourn. How many people in the city you see mourning? Because they don't even miss the person. At times they will just have to do it because they are ashamed of what the society will speak about them. They don't
Pastor
even miss
K,
them. Yes.
when you talk about couples going to their farms and coming back, we are talking, bring
That's
it
just
to
an
the real
example.
world. Bring it, okay.
It must not
Because
be
if you are
perfect.
talking of a situation now where many people have left their villages, have come to bigger towns to look, they are looking for greener pastures. You have bills to pay, you have house rent to pay. Trust me, if you are, no matter how lovely the couples and no matter how good the marriage is, if you wake up in the morning and the landlord is knocking the door that you have not paid the rent, the bills are unpaid, children are not going to school, it will no longer be funny. I'm not talking about the wealth, the kind of Dangote kind of wealth, a billionaire. We're talking about money to manage and maintain a home. If a man who
So
is
so
who is the breadwinner, if the breadwinner, we're talking in a case where maybe somebody is a housewife, or even if the two parties are working but cannot pay and maintain their home, I don't think that marriage, no matter how much they try, it will always bring a strain in the marriage. So finance is very important. It's a very
right.
important part of marriage.
That's true. That's true. But do you know this will bring us back to the question that why should couple get married? I think if they know the reason of them getting married, because like for instance, if I'm getting married because we want to bring up our home, we want to build up a family, and then in a situation where there is no bread, will we get divorced because there is no bread? That's the
See,
thing. If we should
Raisa,
get
what
divorced
what
because there's no bread, therefore we don't even know the reason why we got married.
the point is in everything you should have a focus. You should have a goal
Yes,
that you yes.
the goal,
Because
the
when
goal.
you always have your goal set, no matter the thing the tough moment it
It's not
comes
even
through, you
tough.
always look at your goal.
That's
Always look
it.
at
Definitely. True.
because
If you have a
yes,
set goal, you always look at the goal.
That's it.
Many things will not, little things. I mean, there are things that people can walk around. There are things that people can talk about. There are many things you can even ignore. They both parties, nobody is perfect. There are things we should be willing to ignore, that you just look at it. Yes, you don't like it, you just ignore. It should not get to the point where it becomes a very big issue or a point for divorce. In fact, there are so many things involved. Marriage as a whole is a learning process. Marriage as a whole is a very big journey. It's not an I think that's one thing we should all agree on, that marriage first is not easy. It's not for the weak. It's for someone who is ready. And everybody should be flexible. You need to be flexible. At a point where maybe you met your husband, he was working and he was leaving work at 4 p.m. Maybe he gets a promotion and he's leaving work at 6 p.m. You should be flexible. You should understand that now 2 hours from your time, the time you spend with him, has cut off. So everybody needs to be flexible. When life throws something, be flexible to change. Be ready for change. So
That's
there's a
it.
lot.
We should know our goals. We should really know what we want. Our goals. Our goals. Our
Don't
all the
rush.
vows.
And it's not a do or die matter.
Huh?
Eh,
Don't rush to get in. Don't rush to get out. And you should know too that while you are in, it's not a do or die matter.
No, it's better not to even get married than to get married and being divorced.
Yeah.
the issue is
Seriously, because
mar-
that's even the worst part of the story. Getting married
the
and
issue
being divorced. Yeah, because it's really
marriage
going to the family.
marriage is not the bed of roses. It's not the bed of roses. So you should be ready for tough times.
Yes.
Even even you as a single person, you had tough time when things were not moving right for you. You had it as a single person. So how come now you met with somebody and you think tough time will not come? Because if your wife have tough time, it affects you. If you have, it affects her. So if you had it when you were single, now you come, you make a family, and you don't expect, you don't make provision for tough time. You don't make plans for tough time that when they come, how am I going to face it? You have to. Anything can happen along the line. Anything can happen. You can still go very poor for 1 year, but the problem is the vision. Even if you are poor for 2 years, what is your vision? Are you aspiring to set back on your feet? Yes, you can go poor. Why both of you are involved yourself in a training to advance your life. So you know you are down, but you have a focus. You have a focus. It's just about you living, making a relationship, a work in progress relationship to progress at every given time. Yes, because there are some people too, they never want to progress as they are like that. They just want to remain in that level. Of course, it must be a work in progress because you have responsibilities. And you got married, people were just two. Now you have a baby, you have kids, maybe one, two, or three. You have to take care of them. So you have to think for something on how to progress to add up your finance. And that adding up of your finance, the process of adding up your finance might also drain your finance because if you have to go to school or to a professional training, you have to pay and it will affect you financially if you don't get help from external sources. It will affect you. So it just depends the cost of the financial difficulties. It just depends the cost because there are some courses it's a positive course. You are working on something progressive. So it just depends.
And
So
ladies too. Ladies, please, ladies' wants they are so voluminous. Ladies should help to reduce their wants. Yes. A thing that a lady used to have from the mother and from the dad. They will want to have that thing just from the husband. They want the husband to give them everything. They should please cut their wants, their needs. Yes. That is going to help save the marriage. I'm telling you. They should limit their wants. They want everything at the same time. Yes, it's so difficult, honestly.
yes, they should also remember that the man they are married to is somebody's son, is somebody's brother, is somebody's friend. That those people need
Yeah,
the
no,
attention and support. They need the attention and support of that same person. So you getting
Oh,
married to a man it does not mean you have colonized him from the family, from the friends, from the people who were with him before you came in. The same thing to the
they
wife.
want you. They want complete ownership of their husband. Complete ownership. Yes. Yes. Complete ownership. So those are the type of things that really help to strain the marriage. Yes.
I knew this topic would not come to an end without involving women in it.
That's fact. Because before a man want to get married, he used to have his friends, he used to have his brothers that they always hang around, chat together. But after getting married, I don't know if you their friend, their friend a bad friend. The bad friend that made up the husband that you love. Come on. Come on.
I don't want you for that veteran football again. That people they will like woman. I don't want
Yeah,
you for that.
that's it. He tend to
Veteran that you
strip off
met,
the man from all his likes.
you
Come on.
met him with you don't want him
But
there
it's the
again.
same thing too with men. Is it not the same thing with men?
It's
There are
kind
many
of
things you come
it's
and meet your women with, or they
it's
are
not
doing, and then you change them. You request for a change.
the
So it's
ladies are
both.
fond of that. Ladies are fond of that. They are fond of that. I'm telling you. They even deprive them from their siblings, from their parents. Yes. I don't want to see their mommy, me where mommy coming over can stay for the ass. Come on. Yes. Oh dear, but I never be kid can stay now waiting for the ass. No be find the day the hustle. Why not be it's very tough on us. It's
Well,
very difficult.
yeah, it's really complicated. I tell you. I know say one of the causes in tuna external families. Now then the big pressure okay una las chakara.
True. True.
Yes. So your sister could go wake up for your woman in hate. I don't like me be a woman. That frame
How about
thing there.
mommy? How about mommy?
Yes.
And then the
Yeah.
issue, the
Woman
issue,
to
the,
mother.
the issue in the house, like children. Maybe your woman is born. Problem.
Oh, please. Don't go don't go there. That's another topic for another day. So that one.
They say, see
That's
the man our
that's
brother.
another
5 person he come out again. Our brother don't go to suit. Now that woman cause them. They
another
get for cool.
another topic. And I don't know why.
So okay, we have been speaking for more than an hour now, almost two, I think, or two already. Let's round up with the topic.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is a take-home point from this conversation?
I'll start.
Okay.
For me, ladies should please limit their wants. They should limit what they want from a man. Yes. They should limit what they want from a man. And on the other way, before getting married, the both couples they should know what they want from the marriage. Yeah. Before getting into the union, they should know what they really want. They should know their goal before getting into the union. Thank you.
Okay, Master K, what do you have to say?
Well, I think my take home is that couples should learn how to understand yourself more better. You know, marriage is not an easy something. It's not easy. You have lived your life for maybe 30 years and above or 20 years and above in your own way, and you have to meet another person with some different characters. You have to adapt to that character. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not better for easy. So I think everyone should just know what he or she is getting his or herself into. And if you are saying you are getting married, you should know marriage is sacrifice. It entails serious commitment. It entails respect for both parties. And moreover, it entails the fear of God. If you put these four things into practice, sacrifice, commitment, respect, and fear of God, I think whenever your marriage feel like very weak, like going out of track, I believe if you call on God, He will always come to your rescue. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He will always support you in that marriage because He has joined together, and He said in His word, what He has joined together, no man can put asunder. So I always think couples should commit their marriage into the hands of God. So He should take total control. He should be a part and parcel of their family to make it a happy home. So He will always make them to explore the advantages, the good characters of their spouse and minimize the wrong characters, the bad habits. I think that's my take. Thank you.
Okay. I agree with the both of you. I think it's not an easy process. And I think the journey starts before you get into it. So when anybody who is getting to it should reconsider, not really reconsider, but think and think through.
Thanks for listening and watching. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this inspiring content.